let's not wait around anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is BSL Week 1, the final game in Rocket League of the week. Let's get ourselves going. Somic, V2, Mixo, and Prima on the blue team for Spectre, and Backflip boys, Karshro, Kartu, and Sarius on the orange team. Let's get this one going, League.
Yeah, let's see some hype in chat. And so it's going to be the established Backflip boys in the orange with Kartu, Garsho, and Sarius. And Spectre formed, of course, of Primea, Somic V2, and Mishko in the blue. And so far it's been early blue oppression, leading to an early blue goal. The werewolf of Mishko howls it to life.
And following up his own touch on the back for Sarius, he pulled off some incredible plays of his own earlier on against Post-Game Strong. Just a little bit caught up in his own defense there on the front post. 25 seconds into this one, Mixo, the man from Britannia, flying the flag for Blighty here in the Baltic League.
No bias whatsoever, we promise.
No bias whatsoever. We're not biased.
And I tell you what, why would you want bias when you've got a boomer like that? Kartu equalizes within the first minute.
Yeah, it's good counter strategy here, and oh my god, that was Mixo actually bumping Somic out of the way. Somic probably in a good position to fly down and go to that bottom right corner and pinch that one away into the corner. Bit of a miscommunication from our old Britannia friend.
Oh, what a pass.
That's a great pass, in fact. Oh, just squandered by the fact that the defense had rotated back in. But Backflip boys picking up where they left off earlier on and are looking for some good passing plays, and they're definitely showing that here in game one. Here comes Kartu, hits it onto the post, but Sarius keeps this one and the offense going for Backflip boys.
Did their old foes have a virus or something? Because they've hit the post an awful number of times so far this game. They're going to want to eliminate those pesky gremlins. Mishko. Sarius. Primea. Oh, if that had gone in, that would have been goal of the day, almost certainly. Rattles off the crossbar. And orange. The Backflip boys. They survive another day, though. The pressure continues. Finally, a big booming clearance. Sees them clear and dry.
It's very even in this first 2 minutes. One goal apiece, but each team having their opportunities. Does seem like Backflip boys are having a lot more of the possession. But they're handling, or at least Spectre are handling the defense very, very well. Here comes Garsho over the top, leaving it for his teammates. Oh, and Kartu just puts it to the side. My goodness, their shooting has been incredible up until now. I mean, they might have missed it the first time, but Kartu was not missing this time.
That's outstanding control from Kartu. That's a brilliant individual effort, recovering what seemed like a lost cause when the ball went wide. And just shy of half-time, it's advantaged Backflip boys. Primea makes the tackle off the backboard. Sarius gets it over the on-rushing Mishko. Somic, challenged by Kartu. And a miss means that the clearance will not actually come into effect. Primea making the challenge once again. Sarius with great control himself onto the backboard, looking for the Doomsy dish. Doesn't quite work out, but here comes Garsho now. The world's his oyster, but too challenging. Means that the ball finds its way back into the orange half.
And a double commitment will mean at least that no follow-up will come from that. But now finally, Spectre able to get into the orange half and have a couple of chances at net, but great defense just outside the offensive box for Backflip boys. Once again, they work the ball back into the blue half. Mixo just touches it away. Garsho looking for a teammate in the middle, not going to find it, only going to find Prima. Playing some mind games, might get a double touch himself, not going to happen. Here comes Somic. And not followed up as I believe Mixo was away, trying to bump some people. Still a one-goal game. Here comes Sarius. He might have a flip reset. In fact, Prima just gets to the side, and now Mixo looking to push that one upfield out to Somic, looking for the turn in. It's not going to happen, but a minute and a half left here in game number one. It is very back and forth. It's going to be 3-1 though. Wide open net, and Spectre way overcommitted.
And you can see there, Primea was far too forward. Misko with a last-ditch challenge, which missed. And that's a 2-0 lead, which, given how competitive this game has been so far, difficult to see a comeback from here. Primea wins the kickoff in the end, but doesn't get it past the third man, Starius. Kartu, clearance coming through. Garsho picking up possession. Doesn't have much boost to work with. Does get a little touch, but straight into the hands of Misko. Rattles off the backboard. Kartu misses his touch. Primea into the corner. Somic going to challenge here. Doesn't happen. Misko up high. Kartu meets Zarius with the back pass. Very aggressive back pass at that as well. But Garsho does well. Gets it over Primea. And Somic is unable to help it forward.
40 seconds left now. Plenty of time now. Well, I say plenty of time, still not enough time. Maybe to score 2 goals, but it's still all Backflip boys. Tough start for them here in game number 1, but they've brought it back comfortably, settling into their role now. And this Sarius Kartu hookup is going to be a deadly one to watch, not just throughout this series, but throughout the season as well. This is going to be a roller back as Garsho just manages to rotate through to the side. And Backflip boys will take game number 1 here. 3 goals to 1. Might actually be 2 as that one's rolling towards net. Just touched down. And Backflip boys 3-1. Fairly, you wouldn't say it's a comfortable matchup there for Backflip boys, but they did what they needed to do. And Spectre, some glimmers of hope for them throughout that match. But Backflip boys, a little bit too strong in the end.
Touching back on the earlier point, you can tell the Backflip boys are warmed up. They're still working so cohesively well as a unit. Of course, they came back from 1-0 down to win 3-1 in the end, so a strong showing in the second half of the match. I think this final scoreboard kind of says it all. Somic went a bit AFK in that match. He didn't get as involved as he wanted to be. Missed interceptions, not making the most of challenges in the final third, I should say, rather. He needs to get more involved. His teammates need to bring him into the game a bit more if they want to convert what was a good starting position into a good finishing position, into point of their own in this series. In number 2 then. And it's Somic v2, that man, immediately on the offensive. Primea a little bit too far forward. Misko with a bit of a wayward touch, but Somic does well actually to pass it down to Misko. Was it an open net? Briefly, but a challenge. She's a booming clearance. Primea does well to get the touch. Arsho looks to get it off the backboard. Primea again does so well on the backboard to disrupt the offensive play, and it's straight back into the orange half.
Straight back in. First opportunity here for Spectre now. There's Misko. Something like that. Misko. Trying to get it out to his team. Now, there hasn't been too many hookup plays between Spectre. Again, like I mentioned, Sarius and Kartu on Backflip boys, they have been an ungodly duo when it comes to the blue half of the field. Just need to see that from the other team. Oh, Prima looking
save
for the dish off the backboard. What a save from Sarius, snipping that one out.
That was brilliant stuff. That was almost a certain goal, and oh, it's off the ropes and stuck a punch into the chest. Garsho makes it 1-0 to the Backflip boys.
And just like that, picking up where they left off in game number 1 is the Backflip boys. And Spectre, it seems that they're doing better. I would say they're doing better in offense despite not having a goal yet here. They are doing a little bit better in offense than they are in defense, because it seems that Backflip boys can just work that ball all the way around him. Here comes a pass from Sarius to Garsho. Just not able to communicate too well there, and pass just a little wayward. Just like I was saying as well, I want to see some hookup plays between Spectre boys, because it's happening for Backflip. They're just able to move that ball easily around blue defense, get something going. Meanwhile, Spectre still looking for all those solo plays, and again, The dual pace, Kartu and Sarius. It is a deadly link-up.
I've been super impressed with Sarius. He is almost doing, I like to call it the horseshoe roll, where you come up on the wings, you provide for your teammates, but you also come back and use that anchor roll. He's been impervious in defense. But goodness me, as he set up some very inviting opportunities for Kartu in particular. Again, Sarius throwing that one across an open goal mouth. Somic gets it over one, but the rotation's coming through so strongly from the Backflip boys squad. Misko. And Sarius now coming in from the corner. Sarius again, great opportunity. Bamboozling the defense. And I know that we're joking about good old Blighty, but I think it doesn't matter what nation you're from, Crafters. The Backflip boys, they've got a taste for it now.
They do, in fact, and one thing I was going to mention as well, Sarius just seems to be all over this pitch. Everywhere you put the ball, he always seems to be there to follow up, or at least be in a position to get a nice touch for it in favour of his teammates. But here comes Somic now, pushing this defence back into the orange half for Backflip boys. There's been a shot on net for Spectre. There's been 3 so far. 3 in fact for Backflip boys as well. There's the 4th, but the 3rd goal going in favour of Garsho. Great link up down the field once again, and these guys are so in sync with each other. It is unreal. I mean, I say unreal. I do that for pretty much 15 minutes straight. But you know, it's unreal for these guys. The hookups have been fantastic, and that's what you want to see going forward.
The goal ultimately looked a lot fancier than it ended up being in actuality, because Premea had a bit of a feels bad backflip moment. Almost made up for it there with a beautifully placed shot, well saved by Garsho. Premea again coming in, and that's a tap in for Somic. Great play.
Oh, the first real team play I've seen from Spectre all series long. Here comes Prima. I think he was going for net, but actually finds Somic in the middle. It was a wide open net, but that is the glimmer of hope you need to see here from Spectre, because we want to see them start communicating and start passing to each other a little bit more than they already are. Here, Kartu almost made it 4-1 right off the bat of kickoff. Minute 10 left here in game number 2, and it seems that Spectre are going to have to pull off that reverse sweep, as we alluded to earlier on, Ira League. But it does seem Backflip boys are fairly in control at the moment. Here comes Sarius once again off, just clips it off the post. 4-1, and the defense still has no answer in Spectre's side.
I'm feeling real silly about my prediction, honestly, because it was the other way around as well. I thought that it would a comeback from the Backflip boys, but fair play to them. They have come out guns a-blazing. There's no stopping them, it seems. And honestly, I'm already looking forward to Weite versus the Backflip boys. That's a match which I cannot wait to see. In the meantime, though, Spectre, they still have a job to potentially complete. Garsho with a save. There have been signs of life from this Spectre squad, certainly. But their major problem is breaking out of their own half, as it seems. Not only that, but defensive issues have been what's partly to blame for this pretty crippling game number 2. Case in point there, Somic immediately putting it back into his own goal mouth. And as the time trickles down, Sarius trying to hammer home goal number 5 there. Kartu is going to convert. Yes, there are signs of hope for Spectre Crafters, but they're going to have to eliminate these mistakes if they want any hope of the reverse sweep.
It's the defense for me that needs to tighten up their game. Whenever Backflip boys get close to that blue net, it just seems that Spectre are panicking and getting into a frenzy, scrambling around, and there's no consistency at the back line for Spectre. They need to tighten that up going forward throughout this series. If they are to pull off the reverse sweep now, they're going to have to do that. It's going to be their defense that's going to have to step up its game. But Backflip boys really cementing their legacy down here in this series, or cementing their dominance, I should say, as they take a 5-1 victory over Spectre with at least one more game left. Now, here's the thing, Ivor League, and we alluded to it before the series started. Complacency. Are the Backflip boys going to get complacent in how they've been playing, in the margins of victory? We've seen 3-1 and now 5-1. Do you think they will recede back into their shell and once again become a little bit more complacent and thinking that Spectre have nothing?
No. And I'll tell you why. You look at that. You look at that scoreboard. You look at that scoreboard, right?
Yeah.
Spectre had one less shot on target, which seems crazy given the scoreline. But they had one less shot on target than Backflip boys. So if I'm here looking at Spectre and I'm looking at that scoreboard, I'm thinking, well, geez, if they'd sorted their defense out, or if they'd had better shots on target, then, you know, we'd be in a completely different situation. It'd be a much closer game. Very weird start to game number 3, as it seems that not everybody had loaded in. I think we're going to continue as things were, though.
Yeah, I think people would load it in and then decide, oh, we need wait to hear from the casters when they're ready. Just go, boys. That's we just want to see some Rocket League now. But I think we're happy to continue unless we hear a word from the admins. I think we'll keep going on this one. I don't think anyone's any disadvantage there. No one loaded in, so we'll keep going. 30 seconds into this one. Spectre once again on the back foot. Let's see if their defense is tightened up. It has not, as Misko just caught flat-footed in the net, and it's going to be a shot here from Kartu from the left-hand side. Just completely caught him off guard, and it just seems Misko there became a backflip boy himself.
Wasn't helped by Somic, I don't feel. It was a panicky clearance, hammering it into that awkward angle that we saw earlier. That's another shot towards net. Primea saves. Garsho up high.
Oh, what a save!
Oh, that was teetering. Oh, it was trickling in.
Can I
like
just
a good? Yeah, go on.
No, that is we see that all the time in Rocket League where the ball hangs on the goal line. I don't think I've ever seen a save from somewhere like that. Just like Prima just managed. He was coming from the back wall, like Doomsy Dish style, as if he was going to try and score it, gets behind it and flicks it away. That is the most insane save I have seen for that kind of shot in my lifetime. That is amazing. Well done to Prima.
And it keeps the score quite crucially at 1-0. Primea gets it over Garsho. Misko with the challenge on Sarius. Somic decides to hold his ground and does well to get that ball in. That's a great pass. That's a great goal. Amazing stuff. And Misko equalising.
That is a boomer and a half. Somic gets it in the middle. Garsho goes up a little bit early for my liking in a very awkward position. But what a banger of a shot from Misko. Just completely alleviating the defense. And back to 1 apiece. 3 minutes left in this one. Prima looking for the 2-0 off the crossbar and off the post. Not being able to follow up by Misko. And now Somic going to have to clear that one down. But here comes Spectre. They are on fire. Somic looking to get under, and they take the first lead that they had in the series since game number 1.
Now let's talk about my favorite word in Rocket League, momentum. Let's talk about that, shall we? Because as soon as that goal came in, the next 10 seconds was, hey, we scored, let's go and get another one. Straight on it, immediately rewarded with a second goal. Reverse sweep, maybe. Just maybe. Hopes of that alive.
Let's not use the RS words just yet. Well, let's get to game 5 first, and then we can start talking about that. 2.5 minutes left. It does seem that Spectre have come to life. Misko, or Misko, however you want to say it, started to become a bit of a dominant force here on Spectre, and it's a player you need to account for if you're Backflip boys, but another player if you're Spectre you need to account for is Cartu. He's been pulling shots left, right, and center, and that's another one out of completely nowhere.
And you could see actually that replay was very telling. Misko caught in two minds. He saw the 100 boost, and he saw the ball, and he saw the 100 boost, and he went for the middle, and it worked out awfully. Still, tie game. Not all is lost. Garsho misses his touch. Will be left to Misko. Shot on target, saved by Cartu. Primea up high, off the backboard. Waterfall shot, Misko just missing the touch. Somic, we'll call that a generous pass to Primea. Misko goes wide. Primea in there again. But the attack lacking boost now, as everyone retreats to have another go.
But it does seem that Spectre has sorted themselves out in their rotation, and they are starting to get a lot more opportunities in this orange half. They've got 6 shots already compared to the 7 from Backflip boys, so it's fairly even in that sense of the game. Still 2-2 as well. Here comes Prima, shot on net will tie the shots at 7. And Somic mid-line defending. It's a difficult strategy to go off, but if you manage to do it, it can work extremely well in your favor. And it is working very well. Here comes a shot in the middle. Misko couldn't make the touch. Here comes Prima to get the follow-up off the backboard. Carshow going to have to put that one to bed. Somic keeps the pressure going for now.
You can tell that this Spectre squad is really stretching the limits of what they're capable of here. Very aggressive rotation. And for the moment, it is just about keeping... Well, it was just about keeping the Backflip boys at bay, but you can't keep them down for long, and Sarius hammers home goal number 3.
And again, it comes from a scrambly defense, 2 players out of position, and there's just the third man on the backboard there, couldn't get across in time, as he really needed his teammates to delay a little bit as that shot was coming in. 40 seconds now, they need to do all they can, Spectre, to get another shot on net. Oh, just in the middle. I think that was Primera coming over the top. Net. That's going to be a wide open net. That's going to be 4-2. And with just under 30 seconds left, is that going to be the series?
It might very well be. Bit early for a Hail Mary. But a Hail yeah, they said.
Hail Mary.
And it didn't really work out. Over oh no rather than a hell yeah, but there you go. What can you do? Misko over to the side, and Backflip boys. That momentum stopped in its tracks, it seems, for Spectre. Something about them certainly. They look a decent squad, but Backflip boys, they dealt with the pressure. They rode the storm. Not only that, but they travelled into the eye and they eliminated it. 4-2 then will be our final score in game number 3. A second 3-0 sweep in a row for Backflip boys means that they end the week 2-0 in regards to their league form. They lead the league table moving out of week number 1. And well, that was well deserved too. A brilliant performance across the board.
Very well done from them, and Backflip boys really just showing that they could possibly go toe-to-toe with We8, but you're going to have to tune in the next couple of weeks to see that matchup. That's going to be, I can't wait for that, honestly. That's going to be so good to watch. But let's just talk about Spectre just for a moment. They played very well towards the end, or in the middle of that game, towards the end slightly. They did come back to life, and they did tie the series up. And everything kind of went through Misko for the most part. Somic and Primera, they were there mainly to assist Misko and trying to feed their offense through him. I think if they were to spread their offense out a little bit and go for the style Backflip boys, where you've kind of got 2 people try to hook up with each other in Sarius and Cartu, and then have Garsho as that third man cleaning up, as the janitor, as I like to say. Cleaning up those plays, making sure they get the final touch into net. That's what I want to see from Spectre going forward. but let's not deny that Backflip boys are on fire and are definitely looking for a top 2 spot at LAN.